Hey guys, Roz here. Today's marriage tip is this. Do not act out of your emotions. So we know that emotions have two sides. There are the positive emotions like happiness and excitement and being joyous and all of those things. But on the flip side of that, emotions also have very negative, can be very negative, meaning like when you're angry or when you're jealous or when you're hurt. So today we want to talk about not acting out of your negative emotions. So yeah, our spouses can do things to us sometimes that really can kind of either hurt us or make us upset. It is very important that we don't act out of a place of negative emotions, out of hurt, out of anger, because what happens oftentimes is when we act out of negative emotions, we create a negative environment. Not only do we create a negative environment, but the way that we do that is we say things or we do things that we later end up regretting. And unfortunately, the bad part about saying things and doing things out of your negative emotions is that you can't go back and undo those things. Once you've done them, they're out there. You can absolutely apologize and your spouse can definitely forgive you, but it takes some time. So it's best just not to even do things or say things that you're going to have to go back and try to recover later. So what is the best way to not act out of your emotions? Well, the best way that I've found is this. Have you ever seen a child who's been out and they just doing all kinds of stuff, like a little kid? They may be fighting their brother. They may be just doing something that their parents have told them not to do. And their parents will say, look here, little Johnny, you go take a time out and you think about what you've done. And when you come back, you better have a better attitude. Well, that's exactly what we need to do as adults when we feel those negative emotions trying to take over. We need to force ourselves into a timeout. We need to force ourselves to go sit down, think about this situation that we're in, think about it and evaluate it, allow ourselves an opportunity to calm down, allow ourselves an opportunity to really think through it, and then come back and then kind of work your way through it from there. A calm mind will produce a calm environment. If you come into this thing and you are full of negative emotions and you're just blaring out the first things that come to your mind, it is not going to create the kind of environment that's going to be conducive to a happy, growing, productive marriage. And that's where we're trying to get to. So in order to be able to have those negative emotions not play a huge part, it's best to take a time out, sit down, calm yourself down, and then come back on with a calm, with a clear mind and talk about those things with your spouse. So I hope this helps you guys today. Remember, don't act out of those negative emotions. Take a time out. Take an opportunity to sit down and figure it out, work through it, and then come back and deal with it with a calm mind. Until next time, peace.